Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Maeflowers. Is it already after school time? Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening. Hello, Maeflowers. Well, school is in session. And today, I'm gonna be showing you a bit of my club. And I have a letter here for you, because I want to personally invite you to this club. There's a lot of book club members that are coming into here. But you know, my goal here is to teach you guys how to be tough. Like me. Yes, today we are going to be joining a very special club. It actually took me a lot of convincing to get the staff in school to agree to this, but just as long as we don't talk about it to any of the new students, I think we should be okay. You know, I think the goal here is for us to not even say the name at all, because, you know, it's a little bit taboo. But I did a lot of convincing, right? People think that all it takes is music or schooling or tutoring to learn discipline. But we are going to learn discipline by using our bodies today. Don't talk about the book club. Well, I mean, we do have a lot of book club members here, but I don't think they have a specific rule like that. I think that a lot of teachers are actually for the book club more so. But you know what, Mr. and Mrs. Book Club peoples here, we're gonna join together. We're going to make a gang, and I think it's gonna be great. What name? Yeah, what name? What name? I do wonder what name that is. But before we even get started... Oh, is there a reverb? My bad. I apologize. There were a couple matches that I was announcing for, so unfortunately I still have the very big booming voice, but everything should be okay now. We did have an interesting book club. Ooh, what did you guys talk about in the book club? And actually, I'm very interested. What clubs were you interested in and checked out? There were a lot of clubs happening recently. If you take a look at the school events that's been happening, I'm sure there was a school idol club. There's a spelling bee that went on recently, an anime club, an improv club, some board game clubs. I know that some people skipped class today, but you know, we don't condone skipping class here, especially in this club, and especially a club about discipline, you know. Animals. You want to go into an animal type of club. I do know they have a bug club that's going to be happening right after here, but I am here to convince you. I'm going to convince you all to join this fight club, okay? Hockey club. Yeah. We also love some hockey club here. Actually, did you guys play hockey at hockey club? I wonder. I do know there is a paranormal club, which I was interested in joining, but I'm trying to get my extracurriculars up, so I have to be a president of the club. And so I decided that I wanted to be a president of this particular club because nobody has it yet, you know? Nobody understands my love for big muscles and being tough and learning how to beat people up. We can't talk about it, guys. There's some classmates around. We can't scare them, because if we start talking about beating people up, then they're just gonna run away. Yeah, they're just gonna run away. We learned about hockey. Well, today, you're gonna learn about beating people up. But even with that, a lot of people don't think I'm gonna be a president of this club because, I'm a little bit too shy, you know? I'm a little shy to get people into it, and that's why we give personal invitations like this. Yeah. So, are you guys ready for it? Did you say wait? Shh. Takeru, you can't say that. Shh. You can't say that. We're not talking about that right now. Okay. You know what? Let's just go into the club for a little bit, okay? Okay? Hold on. I gotta change into my outfit. I will be right back. I saw your gains. Yeah. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Here. I'm gonna change really quickly, and I will be right back. And we're gonna go walk into our club. Okay? I'll show you around as a potential new student of the club. Okay, I'll be right back. My outfit. Okay, wait. I'm changing. What? Okay. I'm almost ready. Here we go. Okay. Huh? Oh, you didn't see anything, guys? Shh. I have to change outside because I can't change inside. Leave me alone. I'm working on it. Can you guys hide me? Please hide me. They can't know. They can't know what's happening right now. Okay. Wait, guys. Please hide me. Oh my gosh. I think we're good. Guys. This is such a struggle. I don't know how to change into my outfits. Give me a second. I can't believe this is my introduction to trying to get you guys into the club. It's okay. What is the first lesson? The first lesson is to make sure that you bring your clothes. Okay, you gotta change into gym clothes. You gotta change into gym clothes just like me. Okay, guys? Okay. I'm crying. I need help. Maybe this is too big for me. Maybe that's what's happening. This is too big for me. Shout out to clothes. Okay. Okay. I got into my gym wear now, guys. All right, let's go. Here we are. This is the boxing ring. Welcome in. Okay. Yes, we did install a boxing ring in this school. We had to go a little bit underground. Go underground just so people don't figure it out. But look, we have the lights and everything. Yeah. You like this new spot? Are you in your gym clothes? Did you make sure you changed? There we go! Yippee! All right. Now, let's change into hardcore mode. Bam! Alright, guys. Welcome in. Now that we are out of school bounds, we are in Fight Club! Welcome to Fight Club, guys. I am MAEFAE, your class president of the Fight Club. All hail the bloom! Okay? So there are a couple rules to this Fight Club. You know, we have different personalities here. This is our moment to bring our strongest type of personality into this ring. Now, the first rule of Fight Club is 1. You do not talk about Fight Club. No, we do not talk about Fight Club here. The second rule is if the fight ends... Well, the fight ends when someone says stop, so hopefully you guys have the opportunity to fight each other. But we will see. We only have an hour before classes close for the day, and they have to close out the school and everything. Thank you so much, Grim, for the memberships. Thank you, thank you. I will most likely use this for funds for the Fight Club so that we can have a bigger audience here. We have to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to get the best seats and the best lighting and the best type of performances here in Fight Club. Yes, yes, yes. And now, alright, just make sure you sign up for later, okay? Okay. Hello, Francis. Welcome to Fight Club. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. When they say stop, right? Yeah. We have to be able to say stop in order for the fight to stop. But if people want to keep going, you don't say stop. The third rule is that only 2 people can fight at the same time. It would be very, very unfair, my fellow Maeflowers, for people to fight 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. We cannot do that. That is not respectful. This is not disciplined. We can't do that here. Okay? And then, the next one is that there can only be 1 fight at a time. We have to make sure that every single fight is moderated here in the Fight Club. The next rule is no weapons allowed. Okay, guys? No weapons, no weapons. You can't pass things back and forth. You can't bring any guns. No shooting. No big what's it called, like staff or swords or anything like that, okay? Nothing like that. If they can't speak, they can't say stop. Wah! Yes. We have to make sure that we get you guys into the entomology club, something like that, eventually. And then lastly, you know, usually in the Western audience, people would say that in the first night you must fight. But you know, because we are in school grounds at the moment, we first teach you how to fight because we are responsible human beings, right? Right? So stick is good, right? No sticks! No sticks allowed. Yeah, no sticks allowed, guys. And those are the rule of Fight Club. And the purpose of this club is to teach people how to be strong, how to be hardcore, how to gain discipline and to defend ourselves from enemies that we can't fight against. Or, I guess we can't use magic or weapons, that's how we do it here. How will I know if my opponent cannot fight anymore? You don't know that. You don't know that. You have to be able to feel it out, okay? We have to be able to discipline ourselves or we make sure that they don't die, okay? That's the most important thing. We have to make sure they don't die, and if they get beat up, we have to make sure that the bruises can be hideable. Is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right word. You have to be able to hide bruises, because if they're still going to be going to school the next day, we can't see that, okay? So you have to bring some makeup. You gotta bring some makeup along with us. Can I use my clothes against them? You can use your clothes against them, even though it is not technically considered anything. It's not a weapon. It is clothes, so you can use that in your disposal, but you cannot choke them out with it. No choking, okay? No choking, because that is very difficult grounds. Can I knock my opponent out hard? Yes, Magic, you can knock your opponent out hard. Absolutely, absolutely. Now, does anybody have any questions? Any questions? Go full Baba Yaga with the number 2 pencil. No pencils allowed. What do you mean? It's a fight club, not a kill club. Exactly, guys. Well, before we get started with that, I want to show you guys some of my wonderful inspirations of why I started Fight Club. I recently learned about Japanese wrestling, and though I'm going to teach you how to fight using the basic boxing stuff, wrestling is a bit of a different story because I'm actually very new to wrestling. Will we get to fight you? Eventually. I hope that we'll have the opportunity to fight each other, but we are on very limited time. Alright, so I want to introduce to you some of my favorite wrestlers here. The first favorite wrestler that we have for today is Mizuki! Let me make this a little bit bigger. So, as somebody who has just learned about Japanese wrestling, Mizuki is one of my favorite wrestlers in here. Mizuki is basically known as the princess. She is a princess of Princess Champion, and she is she's very well known as the KO, the T-Man Tag Team Championships, and the Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling Championships, and she's a former 3-time Princess Tag Team champion. Yes, looks like a princess. Yeah, she is a princess. She's won many things. She has many accomplishments, and she is known for many of her movesets, which is the whirling candy. So if you guys don't know what it is, this whirling candy is basically, let me make this bigger, when you hop on this person right here, and you know, I love her because she makes really cute outfits. This person right here is also one of my favorite Japanese wrestlers on here because she also does some really intense moves. They kind of remind me of idols in a way. Now this one is the most perfect photo that I have seen of her. It's almost like art, guys. It's almost like art. I really love it. I really love the way that she does her moves, and I love her hammer, and she brings in weapons sometimes, but that is a much more, I guess, advanced strategy. I think once we start leveling up in the Fight Club, we can eventually move forward to that. And then this is the very last photo that I have of the wonderful Mitsuki. Right in the head! Whoopee! Right in the head! And this is why my fellow Maeflower, she is one of the most popular Japanese professional wrestlers here as of today. Yes. She is also about 88 pounds and 5'2". No weapons! We can't use them! Exactly! You can't use them because you have to learn how to not use weapons first before you actually use the weapons. Alright. And then my second favorite wrestler is a wrestler named Maki Ito. Let me see if I could get some pictures up of her. Maki Ito. This is along the lines of what I want to be. She is my idol for this Fight Club. Maki Ito is another professional wrestler that is also affiliated with Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, but she is not only a wrestler, she is also an actress and a singer, and is currently a member of an idol group, and has made some American wrestling promotions at AEW and GCW. Whoopee! She has also been very interested in idol culture because she learned that one of her crush liked an AKB48 member, and she used to get bullied and stuff. But you know what? This is completely okay. This is completely okay. I had to read the belt toys. Is this Fight Club going to focus on MMA or wrestling? Right now, I am just sharing with you guys some of the wrestling things that I have, but me teaching you how to beat people up is going to be focused on boxing, actually, because we have to learn how to throw punches before we throw our entire body to each other. Okay? Okay. Yes. Another photo of her, dun 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 dun, is this one. So this is the most intense Texas cloverleaf photo. Yes. So the Texas cloverleaf is a specific move in wrestling that you guys will learn about if you begin watching wrestling. And she has a very intense, very painful looking grab, and she has also some really great photos that isn't this intense, but you know, it's a cool position to be in. I eventually want to learn how to do that. Maybe flip somebody over and try to get somebody at that point. Yeah. Her opponent is dead. No, she's not dead. She's still alive. What do you mean? It doesn't look like she has bruises on her face either. So, you know, this is perfect for Fight Club, right guys? Right. Yeah. And then the next one is the diving headbutt. This is one of my favorite moves by her. One of my favorite moves that she tends to do. And you know, I guess like if you were to try to look at this in a Western point of view or an American point of view, it kind of feels like she's planking and then she kind of just leans over. Yeah, it looks like she kind of just like leans over her opponent and she just kind of dives into it and uses her entire body weight. I think that's the most important thing, honestly. You want to be able to use your entire body weight when you're in wrestling because you're going to be grappling around the rink or stuff like that. It's actually surprisingly easy. Yes, but these are also very, very advanced moves. So we will not start with this because we know that many members of the book club do not know how to fight. Some of them are just getting started. So what I will teach you guys is something a little bit more basic, okay? And these are my inspiration for the Fight Club. The Luigi missile. Is that what you call it? Is that what you call it? It just kind of looked like she's flanking like Luigi did in Smash Bros. I feel like there's a lot of inspirations there. Lots of inspirations. Well, I know that the boxing ring is enticing you at the moment, but we first have to learn how to actually beat people up, even if it's just our hands. Alright, let's get to it then. To the classroom. How to beat people up. Let's go. Alright, Maeflowers. Class is in session. How to beat people up. With a show of hands here, does anybody know the basics of fighting people? Anybody here? Anybody here? Has anybody here ever gotten into a fist fight before? Well, if you have never gotten into a fist fight before, at some point you will. At least in this club you will. So, Boxing 101. We're going to learn about stance, footwork, punches, combos, and blocking. Now, make sure you get your fists ready. Let's get your fists ready for this next slide here. First, run away. No. We're not running away here. We're not running away. We have to learn how to stand our ground and we have to beat people up, okay? Okay, the first one is the boxing stance, okay? You don't plant yourself side to side. You can completely flip over. You have to stand, I guess, front to back. If you imagine that there is a center line right in the middle of your body, you position your body right this way, like this guy right here, because this guy knows exactly what he's doing with it. The front toe and the back heel is in the center line. Whether you have a left or a right hand, you want to be able to have your dominant hand in the back, because that's where you're going to put all the power into it, okay? You put your weakest hand in the front, and then you put your strongest hand in the back. Every single time you get into a stance, you want to make sure that your knees are bent, okay? We don't want you tipping over. We're not going to cow tip you. We don't want to cow tip you, guys, because that could happen if you are, if you're not on the ground, okay? And also, you must be slightly on your toes. You want to be quick. You don't want to be completely on your tiptoe, but you don't want to be firmly planted on the ground unless you are taking a hit. You want to be slightly above your foot? Is that the right way to put it? Don't count on me, guys. I've never been in a fight before. I'm pretending. I'm pretending I'm gonna be in a fight. You have to make sure that you have your elbows open. Well, not elbows open. Your hands open up to your face so you can protect your head, and you relax your shoulders, okay? That is the biggest mistake that everybody has whenever they try to learn how to fight. They try to tense up their shoulders, and that gives them less power because they don't know what to do with their fists. And make sure that whenever you fight, you will return back into position. Does anybody have any questions about the stance? Yes? No? Okay. Next up, footwork. So, as we learn about footwork, we have to keep our feet on the ground. As you can see, it is like a step-by-step. We want to tiptoe slightly for movement, as I've mentioned before. And no jumping, guys! This is not wrestling. You guys are not pros yet. We will be pros later on, but you are not pros as yet. I tried to do the pose in my room. A lot trickier than it looks. It does feel a little bit tricky, doesn't it? But you want to make sure that you rest your weight perfectly on your feet before you try anything else. Okay? Okay? You have to stay grounded. Make sure that you can feel your feet on the ground. It's like trying to do, I guess like chakra work or tai chi or something. You want to feel the ground. You want to have the energy of your mind focused on the ground. I have a question. Why shouldn't I just use a firearm? Because in Fight Club we can't use firearms. We can't be in school to hold a firearm. That's a hazard, guys. That's how we get kicked out of school. We'll never be able to make it back in school at this point in time. Okay? We step with the front. What was it? The step with the front foot, and we drag the rear foot. Okay? And you have to make sure that you don't cross your feet. That is how you get tripped up. You use your left foot first if you're going forward or left, and you use your right foot first if you go backward or right. And you have to practice it around. Yes, the opponent is quicker than the bullet. Exactly! Exactly! What if I knock my opponent in the air and I have to jump to reach them? Now, you gotta wait until they're on the ground. If your opponent is in the air, as a beginner, you're probably going to miss them in the air. So you're probably just gonna have to wait until they're on the ground and then you could kick them. Yeah? Yeah. Hello, Oleg. Welcome to Fight Club. We are teaching you how to beat up people. Beat up people 101. Beating up people 101. Using some very basic boxing techniques. Yes, 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 yes. Now that is the footwork. Simply ask them to nicely to stand still. Yeah, I think if you ask them nicely, I think they'll be okay with that. Next up is the pivot. This is good for counter punching, avoiding attacks, or finding new angles. You want to be able to pivot just on one leg, guys, okay? If you're going to try to pivot, you want to go like front or back, but you're always using one leg as the anchor point, right? And you want to be able to practice small and big pivots, whether it is the 90-degree angles or just like 45-degree angles. Yeah. You want to be able to control it. You want to be able to control your swing. This is a lot of like body memory, guys. Yeah. Arigato Kiyoshi. Hello, Mars. Yes. I'm gonna teach you, guys. Gonna teach you. You can hire me to protect you. Thank you, Neo. But our goal here in this club is so we can protect ourselves. So we don't need protection. We can protect ourselves and we can protect everyone just in case something happens to you guys. Okay? So that is how you do footwork. Now, some basic punches. Yeah. So, as a technique, we want to make sure that we are always relaxed, guys. Make sure you do not tense up your shoulders when you throw a punch. And you always have to pay attention to your breathing, okay? Now, breathe with me, Maeflowers. And then you want to do it in the rhythm of your punches. So when you go, poo, you want to hit them with the exhale because that is how you add force to it. So, breathe with me, guys. Poo! Yeah. Every time you do a punch. Poo, poo. Poo, poo. Poo. Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to say poo when you punch, but it's supposed to give a physical representation because if you're bad at breathing, then you won't be able to hold a punch as well. Right. What up, dog? Nice to see you. Welcome to class. Make sure you sit in the front of the class, okay? You want to pay very close attention to this. Yeah. And then, once you hit it, you want to tighten your muscles on impact. You can't just throw your arms willy-nilly in the air. You have to be able to actually tighten your fist, tighten your shoulders, and then flick it back, snap it back using momentum. Kind of like what Bruce Lee does. Spit on the enemy. Yeah. Because we're not in boxing club, we're in fight club. You can technically spit on the enemy, you know? Instead of doing a 1-2 punch, you could do a 1-2 spit punch, and then it will distract them because nobody expects that. In fight club, it's okay to get dirty a little bit. Use your clothes, use your spit, use your hair. Do what you can to make sure that you win. But you always want to make sure that they don't die. So be very, very careful of any specific pressure points. Well, I get punched in the front. You might just get punched in the front. Does exhaling before throwing the punch increase the impact of the blow? Not necessarily. It's important to be able to exhale as you're doing the punch so that you can release the energy. If you're doing an exhale before then you're probably not going to be able to use a lot of your body power as much as you would like. Alright, guys. Now, I will teach you some of the basic punches. Jam. The jab. Now this is the most basic punch that you have here. Remember, guys, when you are standing, you're not going from side to side. You're going kind of up to down, right? Yeah. Everyone knows 1-2 spit punch is the basic combo. Exactly, 1-2 spit. And then you pull their hair, and then you flip them over. That's how you do it. Whoopee! Now, you must keep the rest of your body very still and exhale as you punch. As you throw your fist, you want to rotate your fist to land your palm down. Now, all of you guys in class at the moment, in our fight club, I want you to lift your hands up to your head. I want you to lift it up to your head. Like so. Like so. And then try to imitate the punch. As you can see, your arm is kind of side by side with your head. But you want to be able to rotate it as you punch. And you go, boom! Yes. Exhaling releases tension. I used to do taekwondo. Yes, exactly. You want to release the tension. Just like in singing, just like in any sport, you want to be able to have tension and release tension. And then once you land there, you want to make sure that your fist is tight, right? And then you got to pull it immediately back. Yeah. But something that you guys should know is that this is not your strongest punch. Okay, guys? This is not your strongest punch because it is on your weak arm, which is usually your left. I think it's a little bit different if it's different people, I guess. You would basically just kind of jab. You would use it for distancing. You could either counter, you could do some semi-strong punches, but it is not going to be your strongest punch because you can't use your entire body for the jab. So what a lot of people like to do in Fight Club is you want to jab, and you want to be able to walk around the ring, and you want to be able to figure out the distance between you and your opponent. Kind of like when you're playing fighting games, right? You got to wave dash into it, you got to wave dash out of it. You kind of have to do the same thing, except maybe not wave dashing. You gotta move your feet so that you can see whether or not you have the right distance where you can throw the biggest type of impact. Right? Now, you guys gotta practice your jabs. You gotta go poo, 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 poo. Does that sound good to you guys? Yes, that sounds good. And then, the next one we're going to do is the right straight. Yippee! Now this one is going to be your strongest punch. After you do the jab, you usually do the right straight because you usually don't do a right straight right away unless you're trying to do some sort of Superman punch or something crazy. You want to be able to distance yourself first, okay? We're not just going to be unga boonga fighters here, guys. We're going to be smart fighters. Do your jabs first before you do your straights. Let's practice our jabs. Yeah. You gotta do jab, and then you right straight. Jab, right straight. Or you jab and then right straight. And this one has the most powerful punch because you are using the entire momentum of your hips and your upper body. Yeah. This is not a video game. It kind of feels like a real-life video game though, right? But if you do learn how to take a punch and you know how to give a punch, then you might get a little bit better at fighting games because they use pretty much the same formula in terms of hits and punch and all that stuff, right? So, once again, it is important to keep your feet firmly planted on the ground, and when you do that punch, you want to be able to pivot your right foot, or your left foot, whatever is the strongest. Pivot your right foot and put your entire body into it. You go, boom! And you guys have to remember that the hips is very important. The hips is what stabilizes you. Your hips is what keeps you grounded. Your hips is what allows you to give that force. It's not just coming from your arms and your legs. Even in real life, it's all neutral. Exactly. Every time you fight, you have to play the neutral game, guys. You have to do the neutral, you have to do the poking. A lot of the actual fighting and the fist work comes later on. And you can't do a combo unless you're able to actually get some actual, jabs and punches in, right? Right. It's all in the hips. Yes. Now, you want to make sure that you're also starting from the chin, right? As you are fighting, you don't want to keep your hands low. You want to keep it up above your head. And a lot of mistakes that people have when they're trying to defense and punching into it is that they keep it way too low. Some people keep it to their chest and they punch, but that leaves you open to any sort of attack. So, you guys want to be able to have your fists up to your temples and your forehead because your brain is important to protect. Yes. Instructions unclear. I jumped in, got tiger uppercut. No. What do you mean? I'm trying the best that I can. It feels like my whole body is moving when I throw a punch. That is exactly how you do a right straight. Your entire body has to move, but you have to keep your lower body grounded, okay? Make sure you don't tumble over. Now, you land with your palm down in the same way that your jab does that, and you also don't allow your head to lean past your front knee. Keep your upper body strong. Once you let your head lean past your front knee, you can easily trip over, and then somebody can just give you a mild uppercut in the face. Okay? Okay? You have to expect that as well. I thought his line on his shorts was like a diagram of his leg. It kind of feels like it, doesn't it? It just looks like he has a really skinny butt and a thigh muscle. But no, it is a part of his shorts. So that is how you do a right straight, my fellow Maeflowers. Next up is the left hook. This is also another dangerous power punch because people are not going to expect you to just do a hook right in the face or right in the body. And for this one, you want to pivot your feet clockwise into a 90-degree angle. Yes, we are starting to use the pivoting techniques on this one. And in the same way that you're using your entire body for a right straight, you want to be able to use your entire body as a huge block when pivoting your feet. You have to use the entire left side of your body, swing it around, and punch him in the face. You gotta go, pow. You gotta use your left hook. You gotta go, bam, just like that. Yes, hooks are very fun. However, if you are doing a promo for the Fight Club, you can't use your entire body. There is a difference between a left hook in an actual fighting setting and a left hook in a cinema type of setting. So, if you guys are ever doing any advertisement for a Fight Club and you want to show off your skills, you don't use your entire body for a left hook. You kind of cheat a little bit and you kind of just use your shoulders and upper body to do it. But beware, that is bad technique if you get into an actual fight, so do not do that. Make sure when you do a hook, you try to tighten your arm as you swing so that you can give that force. And once again, as a reminder, make sure to exhale whenever you give a left hook. Yippee! Hook's so good they call me Captain Hook. Yeah. You gotta be able to practice your left hook and your right hook though. Because who knows? I don't know if you guys have like left-handed or right-handed, but you kind of have to learn how to be a little bit ambidextrous when you're learning how to fight. Because you got to know your weak side and your strong side, and even your weak side has to be a little bit strong. Yes. Now, something that I would recommend for the people who gets into a fight and wants to do a left hook, you can do a liver shot, because a liver shot is right in the same place where the person's, or I guess the opponent's body would be, and you can actually knock someone down with a liver shot. So if you use your left hook and you try to get them at a specific angle under the rib, you can do a liver shot and can cause a body knockout. A lot of people are usually aware of headshots and trying to knock out through there, but that is very dangerous and we don't want anybody's brains to get joggled up in class, okay? So we're gonna go for a liver shot just in case. My right leg is nearly slipping when throwing the left hook. Yes, it does slip. That's why you gotta keep yourself grounded. Keep your right foot, or was it your right foot? Was it your right heel? Yeah. You gotta keep your right heel grounded, okay? You gotta keep it grounded. You gotta make sure that your feet is flat on the ground. And make sure that you control it, because if you swing yourself too much, you can completely fall over. So do not slip. You gotta practice these, guys. Can we use forbidden moves like pocket sand? Forbidden move just as long as they don't die. Just as long as they don't get completely knocked out and they're never gonna see the light of day again. The liver is vulnerable. Yes, it is. That's the finishing move. If you have enough energy to do a finishing move, yes, you can absolutely do that. But be careful with your strength, guys. You don't know the power of your strength. You want to be able to measure that out before you give your left hook. Alright. So the next one is... did I do the left uppercut? Oh wait, this is supposed to be the right hook. Wait. Hold on. This is the right hook. Or this was the uppercut? Did I do the uppercut? Did I miss out on the other part? Ah! I forgot to change the photos! Ah, shoot! Okay, well, this is supposed to be a right uppercut. I didn't have the right photo, but hold on. This is supposed to be a right... Did I do it like that? Right, drop, right heel. Palm facing... Oh, actually, you know what? This is the uppercut. I forgot to do that one. Well, anyways, basically, the right uppercut should be the same. Right hook, right uppercut. Yeah. I think this one is the right uppercut, and I forgot to change it. Did I forget to change it? Left uppercut. Anyway. We're just gonna go with left uppercut because there's a left uppercut and a right uppercut. Now, this is very, very, very dangerous, guys, because you could knock someone's jaw off with this, and it's gonna be more powerful than a jab. And you want to be able to pivot your feet clockwise and drop your right heel and lift your left heel. And you also want to rotate your body just like you're doing a left hook. But you want to make sure you don't lean forward or backward. Yeah, this gets a little bit complicated, guys. You gotta actually practice this with a lot of your strength. Yeah. When you're doing the uppercut, you want to make sure your elbow is pointed downwards when you're swinging upwards. And you want to make sure that your palm is facing up. Keep it compact and make sure that you recover very quickly. It is very risky because this actually allows you to open up your head, the left side of your head, and somebody could just punch you in their face as you're doing a left uppercut. So if you commit, you have to commit strong. You have to be able to guess whether or not they're going to throw another hook at your head or try to punch you in the face or something. Yes. The other thing about the uppercut as well too is that you can either do the left uppercut or the right uppercut. So there is two of them. I don't think I've ever told you guys too how to hold a fist. You know, something that I've noticed is that a lot of people actually don't know how to hold their fists right. There are some people that actually do a lot of boxing and try to beat people up, and they try to tuck their thumb inside of their fingers, and that's terrible. Don't do that, guys. Do not tuck your thumb behind your fingers, because if you punch someone with it, you could break your thumb. We don't want thumbs breaking here, okay? When you're holding a fist, you want to be able to hold it tight, and you want to hold your thumb right outside of your fingers, okay? Be very, very careful with that. Especially when you do an uppercut. You don't want to break your thumb while you're doing an uppercut. That kind of hurts. I feel like that would hurt. Yeah. We're not gonna sugarcoat it. Yes, we're not. I'm gonna sugarcoat it, guys. Now this one is the right uppercut, and this is also another dangerous short to long range punch. It is more powerful than the jab, and it might be a little bit more powerful than the left uppercut, depending on if you are left-handed or right-handed. People do like kitty punches where they bend their wrist a bit forward when punching, and that can hurt too. Yeah, people like to do that. You can also try to find your own fight style after you learn the basics of it, but you want to make sure that you do it strong, okay? You practice the basics first before you do anything else. At this point, you rotate your hips and upper body as you pivot your right foot. And you want to rotate your body as if you're doing a right cross, or I guess like a right straight, right? You wanna throw that in there. And when you punch, you want to land it with your palms up. In the same way, you want to keep it compact, and you want to be able to recover quickly. As soon as you do a left or a right uppercut, you want to be able to go right back into your head or protect your body, depending on what you're defending. Yeah. Any questions on the left or the right uppercut? This is very, very powerful for the head and the upper body. You could break somebody's jaw with this. Yes. And the next up is different punch combos! Yay! And this part, my fellow Maeflowers, is my favorite part about learning all of this. Now, just like a fighting game, each number is associated with a very specific move in real life. Yes, this is not just a fighting game. This is like a real life fighting game, except you're using your body as your controller. Isn't that crazy? Your body is just a hitbox. Your body is a hitbox, except it has a little bit more power to it. So, when you do a jab, that is 1. When you do a right cross, that is 2. When you do a left hook, that is 3. And a right hook, that is 4. And then left uppercut, 5. And right uppercut is 6. And when you do a B, that is the body. So, how does this go into play? Well, whenever you're doing a punch, you say 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2. Sensei, when can I learn drunken kung fu like Jackie Chan? Well, you can learn drunken kung fu once you clean up all of these desks after the fight club today. You know what they say, Everything is kung fu. The way that you clean your windows, the way you brush your teeth, the way you paint, the way you game, everything is kung fu. We gotta start with mindset first, guys. Learn the hitboxes, Maeflowers. Yeah, you gotta learn the hitboxes. 1, 2, 1, 2. But you know, 1, 2 is very popular, but I feel like it doesn't give you enough. Usually, you want to be able to distance yourself from your opponent by doing a 1, 1, 2. So just in the same way as you are playing Arena in Tekken 8, you can also do a 1, 1, 2 or 1, 2, 2, which is a little bit stronger, but you have to be able to recoil back. So I would recommend, if you are trying to create a combo with your punches, you want to do something that alternates in between, so you don't have to recoil back, right? Yeah. What do we even use desks for in a fight club? We can use it to protect ourselves. We can hide under it, but we can't just flip it over and throw it at another person. That would be cheating. That would be considered a weapon, wouldn't it? So a jab. So you would do jab, jab, right cross. An easy way to say is 1, 1, 2. All right. Now you want to do a left hook and a right hook. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 1, 3, 5. Yes. You guys get it now? Jab, right cross. Jab, right cross. And that is how you can create a combo. It's a little bit more complicated, I think, than a controller, because usually you have the 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. But this one technically has 7 buttons that you are using in your body, right? Yeah. Hi, May. Hello, Soru. Welcome into Fight Club. It's so nice to see you. The go-to combo would be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. You're just jabbing. At this point, you're just trying to make some space between the people, right? Button mashes so my opponent doesn't know what I'm doing. Neither do I. You have to watch first. I'm going to fight like someone from a high school fighting manga. You know what you can do too? You can also try to punch a tree. You guys have ever watched Hajime no Ippo? Yeah. If you watch that, you can try to train the strength of your punches by punching a tree, and then you can try to say the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 punch combos, and then you'll be able to learn how to do it. Yeah. Now, here are some common punch combos. As you can see, you have 1, 1, which is a jab, jab. That's to distance yourself. There is 1, 1B, which is very unexpected. It is not very powerful, but it also gives you a couple hits when you try to jab them and you try to get them in the body. You can alternatively do a 1, 1, 2 combo and try to hit them in the head instead of the body. So you want to be able to do a little bit of a mix-up with this. Whoopee! There is 1, 2, 1, 2B, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. My combo 1, 2 steel chair. Now you gotta do the 1, 1, 2 spit and then the steel chair, because you want to distract them first. Because 1, 1, 2 is very expected. So you want to be able to strap a steel chair and then you spit them so that you can try to cloud their eyes, and then you can do the steel chair, and then that is how you can do a finisher. But like I said, guys, that is illegal here in the Fight Club. We can't use steel chairs. Do that for your own fights. If you get mugged by somebody, you could use a steel chair. But for this Fight Club, we cannot use that on here. To be mentioned! Yay! Find some nerds in the book club as a tree. What? Wait. We're not out here to bully the book club people, okay? You can't bully all the other members. People are just gonna know that we're somehow really, really strong in this club, and they're gonna try to track down our club, and we're not supposed to let them know about it, okay? We can't have chairs here. Alright, so other than the combo, defense. So we've talked a lot about trying to throw and land punches, but this time we're going to teach you how to do some defense. Now there are 2 types of defenses that you could do. You can either cover your face or cover your body. Usually people try to land you in the head to try to do knockouts, but the body is a little bit more stable. Yeah. No bullying policy. No bullying policy, okay? So, when you do a head defense block, you want to make sure that it is above your head. When you are trying to do defense for it, you want to make sure that your fists are up to your temples. Okay, guys? Yeah. We're talking an awful lot about the shh. We're not talking about. We're teaching. We're teaching you guys how to be a part of it. Because wouldn't it be really lame if all of the people in this club actually doesn't know how to do it, right? They don't know how to do it. This is our first day in this club. So you bring it up to your temples, and you want to make sure that your shoulders, not your shoulders, your elbows go a little bit inwards, because you want to keep it tight, guys. Do not flail your elbows out. You want to keep it tight. You want to keep it inwards, because when somebody punches you in the temple, you want to be able to block it. If somebody punches you in the jaw, you want to be able to block it with your wrist. And if somebody wants to be able to punch you in the neck, you want to also be able to block it with your arms. You got to use all of those abilities, right? And if you try to block your body, you want to bring your elbows a little bit closer to you, but I would still recommend for you to have your fist close to your jaw, because if you're trying to defend your body, then it's very easy for you to go in the head, and the head is a very, very, what do you call it? Very dangerous thing to get hit in the head with. It's very dangerous. You don't want your brain to go boggled up, and also you don't want to get a boxing nose. Okay? You don't want to get a boxing nose. We clearly talk about books, yeah. Books, blocking, all the same thing. All the same thing, I think. Can I block it with my face? If you really want to. If you really want to block it with your face. If you have very strong facial muscles, then, you know, I won't stop you from blocking your face. Or blocking with your face. Yeah. I mean, another way you could do is you could also try to block with your tummy if you have really big abs, or if you have a lot of, you know, some jigglies there that you can defend against. But I actually wouldn't recommend it, you know, because I think that a lot of times when people are trying to punch you, they're gonna try to hit your organs, you know, and all of your organs are really like right there, like in your chest, in your stomach. That's why defensively, if you think about cats and if you think about humans as cats, we usually, if we're not feeling safe, we try to cover up our torso. We try to cover up our chest, or we try to cover up our stomach. And in the same way with cats, if they don't trust you and you try to rub their bellies, they also try to not do that, right? They try to run away, or they try to scratch you, because those are where the organs are at. Simply tank it. There's many ways to go about it, guys. Many ways to go about it. Can we also play some cool fight music while we're fighting? Yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. That is the point of Fight Club here. So we can also feel cool. We can feel cool and disciplined at the same time. Can you do a dodge roll? Do you know how to do a dodge roll, though? Do you? I don't know if people could do that. I mean, I guess we gotta practice that a little bit. But how are you gonna get back up on your feet? How are you gonna stabilize yourself again? How does that work? Alright, guys, we have one more slide here for blocking and defense, okay? Make sure you cover yourself. Make sure you don't chase a punch, okay? You want to be defensive for the most part, unless you have an opening to be aggressive. And that's why usually people get aggressive later on in the fight, because once you are tired, then that is when your mind gets cloudy, and then you could go combo 1 1 2 1 2 1 1 2 3 2 1. Yeah. I feel like California Girls would be a very appropriate time to play, especially during a fight. Why not? Why not? You press left shift to dodge roll. Absolutely. Make sure you keep your eye on your opponent, okay? So the whole point in fighting is that you have your muscle memory inside of your fists, inside of your body, inside of your legs, to the point where it's automatic what you want to do. Right. That's why people train themselves, because you don't want to be thinking about how your muscles work while you're fighting. You want to just do it automatically. You want to stay balanced, keep it grounded. You want to fight back. You want to make sure to step to avoid. Don't forget to do your pivots, and you have to watch for their strong hand, whether or not it's your left or your right hand. And that is it, my fellow Maeflowers. That is how you beat somebody up with these very, very basic terms. Now, we haven't even gotten to like kicking or anything like that. This isn't like Muay Thai or mixed martial arts. But in the future, if you guys decide to join the Fight Club, this is what I will teach you: how to do the legs. Imagine your fight entrance music is never gonna give you up. I think that would be so funny, though. I think that would be the best. Do you guys want to pick your fight name? You guys want to pick your fight name? Do you have a wrestler name or a boxing name? You guys gotta pick a name to be a part of the fight club because we use pseudo names here. We can't tell everybody, okay? We can't tell everybody who we are. Alright, let's go back inside the ring, guys. Let's go back inside the ring. I think that you guys are now fully prepared to be a part of Fight Club. Now, what do you think, guys? Do you think this is the type of club you want to be in? Is this something that you want to sign up for? Please say yes. We want to make sure that we have an audience here. We want to get some, what was it, those popcorn stands. We also want to get some hot dog makers. We want to be able to hire some people to be a part of this, and then there's going to be an audience, and then we could get everybody to pay for the fights. Yeah? How does that sound? Will you join my fight club, guys? Will you join my fight club? Yeah! More Fight Club members! Whoopee! Let's go! Gonna go practice my new fight knowledge on my niece. Wait, Shoru! Wait! Just as long as you don't mention it, okay? You just don't mention it to her. And make sure your niece is make sure your niece is not completely too overpowered. Okay, we don't want anything tying back to this fight club at all. Get a referee too. Yeah, we don't even have a referee yet. I have to be the referee for you guys. I have to be the referee. Okay. Well, now that you guys have decided to be a part of this fight club, we are going to do our initiation before we start on passing you along to the other club. My fight name is Takeru. Yes, Gandhi is now officially Takeru. All right. I call dibs on being called El Grande Chihuahua. That's a crazy name. Okay, wait, no. I got it, guys, okay? The next champion that we're gonna have is Takeru! Fighting against our new opponent. Our new opponent of the Fight Club is gonna be El Grande Chihuahua! I'm glad you got a lot more confidence, Carl. Yes, I am the club president. I am the one who teaches you. I am the one who guards this club. Ah, yes. Thank you for the name. Wait a sec. What should my fight name be? Every single time somebody figures out their fight name, we're going to be, we're going to be calling it out. Lucha! Alright. And then our new Fight Club member is going to be La Chupacabra! Well, thank you guys for joining in on here. I will now have to pass you along into entomology club, the entomology bug club. I think that's what you call it, the entomology bug club. Yes. Now, don't forget, guys. This is a secret. You guys can't talk about this. We learn together. Wait, why is everybody giving themselves like very Spanish names? Like Lenhard. Yeah. I also want to be able to add that grit into her voice too, right? Like the Sasquatch. Oh, there we go. I gotta sound like I smoke like 10 packs of cigarettes a day. The Magic Destroyer! La Cucaracha! Okay. My voice is dying. Alright. We're gonna go on to Let Me Stream. I will see you guys again next time. Thank you for coming to this club. And join me for another day of Fight Club tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? I forgot what we're doing tomorrow. Oh yeah, the Milligram Project. We're gonna do that, but then we're gonna have our very first 2D anime fighter game this Saturday. That is going to be our next Fight Club date, okay? El Condor Pasta? What does that mean? El Condor pasa. El Condor pasta! And we have a new club member here, El Sin Valor! Thank you for joining the Fight Club, guys, and I will see you again next time in the rink.